Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're starting this off again with a little snake mukbang. It seems like this is gonna be how I do all of my little updates, just because who doesn't like seeing a snake? Trying to do these little cards to show like when I'm going to be feeding him so that he doesn't have any of that not cage defensiveness because he isn't like that. He doesn't strike out at me, but just so that he knows when it's feeding time. Also, putting his side upside down so that he can enjoy that. I feel he was just drinking a little while ago. I wish I could get that, but nope. Anyways, having this little rat, and I know I keep saying that I'm going to end up uploading videos more often, but things have really, you know, been out of whack lately with my life. Let's get you over into your tub. There we go. All right. And then, as I learned from last time, I should honestly put this down on the ground so he's not constantly smelling rats. Because that'll get to him eventually. And he'll be in hunting mode for a long time. So, anyways, a lot of changes have been going on. And I've realized that there's a lot of easy fixes to things that are making me unhappy, and a lot of it is like the environment in which I was in, because I've been having a lot of depression issues. So, I don't normally go about with my depression and talk about it much, but I think I'm going to end up talking about it a little bit more for those that are dealing with the same thing, for those that that are going through the same exact obstacles that I'm going through, people that, need a little bit of help going forward or need help with doing simple things while they're depressed. I want to be able to try to help that. I want to be able to maybe help somebody. But, we'll see how it goes. But there'll also be a lot of educational videos at some point. And a lot of different things to upload. I have a second channel, and I'm going to have more of my educational videos on that channel, and that'll be a new difference that is going on, but more about that will be going on once I have videos edited and started being uploaded for that channel. Like, as soon as I start doing at least 2 videos for that channel, then I'll probably talk about it more on here. Until then, we shall just wait and watch as he eats. Sorry for the glass being a little bit dirty. I am going to be cleaning that out this week. So don't mind me. Don't mind Snake. Don't mind anything. Whoa, super zoomed in. There we go. Don't want to zoom in so much, but stuff happened. Anyways, let's talk. I want to talk a little bit more about ball pythons, but honestly, I want to watch my last video that I made to see what exactly I said about my snake, because I could literally go on and tell you the same exact information I last did, but I really want to try and not be super repeating myself. And these snake eating videos can be super boring to some people if I'm just sitting here chatting about bull all day. But one thing that I can say is one thing about me that I don't necessarily talk about. Ooh, I hope that you guys were able to see his little fangs digging over there. I actually saw his little fangs. It was so cute. Focus. But, oh, he's staring at me. Haha. Hope you saw that. But, all my life, like, I've lived in multiple places where I felt were haunted, or that I've had just like many experiences in that I can't, you know, I just can't explain lots of things that I have seen. So all my life I've been terrified of the idea of being even close to a Ouija board. I would never even fathom buying a Ouija board, being around there, using one at all. But lately, my friend, not lately, but a few months ago, my friend came over with some dowsing rods and we played. Well, we tried to talk to this entity that I believed was following me around through those dowsing rods. And it basically, if it was accurate, said that I have an ability towards the spiritual realm. And that's something that I really don't want because I don't want to do anything with ghosts. But after that, I decided to say, you know what? Forget it. Why don't we just get used to this? Because I would always talk crap about like the hunters in horror movies and just be like, you just need to get over this. They'll be fine. They can get over this fine. But I've never actually, thought that that would be a thing with me. And of course, it probably is not. I am a big skeptic. But if it is, then that's something I'm just gonna have to fucking man up to and deal with, right? So since, I've already had experiences all through my life, it's after that moment with the dowsing rods, it's made me come to the conclusion that I just need to stop being such a fucking pussy when it comes to these. So I stopped like freaking out if something were to fall and ended up basically giving no reaction. Honestly think that I'm not haunted anymore, which may or may not be because I sage my apartment a lot. Just because of the fact that I like sage and I've been burning it, I actually haven't been kicking anything out on purpose. And it could also be because the fact that I'm not scared anymore. So if I'm not scared anymore, there's not really anything that they can do. They don't really have that much negative energy. Well, with my depression and such, they do have negative energy, let's be real here. But as far as like me being terrified, that fear is the harsher energy that they survive on, the harder thing that they want to consume and take from you. So, with that being said, maybe everything is cleared out, but after that dowsing rod session months and months and months ago, I decided to get a Ouija board for the first time ever. Actually used it for the first time ever. And it did jack shit. It was the most expensive piece of cardboard like I have ever spent. So to be honest, whenever snakes are eating and I see that leg out there, it really freaks me out. Because it makes me wonder if the snake will not be able to consume it correctly. But they usually end up bending the arm in such a way, because, it's an arm. If it is defrosted correctly, then, because, I feed frozen. If it defrosts correctly, then there should be no way that he won't be able to, like, bend the arm back in a way that it would naturally move. He's never had any problem with feeding at all. He's never, like, had any issues, so I'm not afraid of him being able to take that all down. Okay, maybe I'm afraid and I'm kind of bullshitting. I'm really, really debating. I'm really, really debating on like poking that arm in, even though I don't want to touch the dead arm, but. Let's gain all the balls and probably get bit. There we go. Ah. Okay, I don't want to freak him out and have him drop it and stop eating it. I pushed it in. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I'm gonna turn this off since he is nocturnal. Try to make him think that I'm gone. He has never regurgitated or stopped eating, so I have no yeah, he's going back at it. Okay. Yeah, he's continuing. I freaked him out a second, but as all animals want, he just wants to eat. So he'll be fine. That arm is like completely defrosted away. Yeah, it'll move just fine. So, along the series of videos, I do want to say that some of the videos up will be like videos of how I've done my makeup on certain days, and I am not like ever claiming to be like a huge makeup artist or anything. Everything, oh, little paw sticking out. I'm not trying to claim myself as anything, but I'm sorry, I'm really focused on my snake. I really love my snake and care for my snake. I'm gonna make sure that he gets this all down. I might chat more with Ventilate in a video, but it's just really like with the scales, I want to make sure that that is just stretch scales and it's not like him tearing apart himself trying to get that arm. But I don't want to stress him out so that he will regurgitate, because that is not something you would want to do. Because you see, if a snake regurgitates its food, then all of the acids and everything will tear apart the snake's esophagus / body as it comes up. And with that being said, I'm just gonna make this a little dark. Because with ball pythons being nocturnal, it is a lot easier for them to feed when it's dark. So if you're ever having any issues, you can try feeding it in nighttime setting, and that'll definitely help them out. But yeah, with that stomach juice, it'll tear apart their throat a little bit coming up. And then if you try to feed them right after that with all of those scarring tissues in the throat, it could really harm them. So if your snake ever does regurgitate, just go ahead and wait to feed him for another week. And then, yeah, that should give it enough time to heal up. Everything will be good. But thankfully, usually ball pythons can be picky eaters, but I think they're actually pretty good eaters, as long as, you know, the situation is right, as long as they're not too stressed out or anything like that. If your snake does seem stressed out, you can go ahead and put it into another feeding enclosure, like a little tub or something with air holes, of course, and then feed at night. Give it as much privacy as you would need. Sometimes they would have to be live fed, but that's usually in extreme cases. They seem to go for frozen rat pretty good. Usually when you have a frozen rat, you would just thaw it in some hot water for 20 or 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size of the rat. My snake eats a medium-sized rat, so that's normally what I do, but I do 2 rounds of that. So I first have the rat defrosting for that amount of time. Then I switch out the water and put some more warm water in it so it can fully defrost, get all those muscles going, make it all nice and flexible, and make it all nice for my little Phil to eat. Which unfortunately there's not really any good angles at this moment because Mista is all curled up. But I actually have to go right now. Somebody is here. So there is all the uploaded updates for that. And I'm going to head out. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Have a good night.